Hello, questers from around the world. How everybody doing this evening here? It's 6:40 in the USA. Ready for our Wednesday podcast. Here we be. Here we go. And from Canada, the queen of the synopsis for the year is Judy. Hello, Judy.
Hello, John. Hi, everybody, and it's good to be here as always. And I think we're going to have a good show tonight. Last night's Oak Island was interesting.
Yep. Okay, Cindy can hear me, see you, hear you. Very good. We're ready to go.
Thank you, Cindy.
Yep, here we go. Let me go way back here for the hellos. Okay. Hello, Gloria. And there's the digger. And there's Lards. There's Brenda. There's Jeff M. There's Joe. There's Tammy Williams. There's Franklin. Sandollar Ray. There's Gary. Hashtag hat tonight, guys. No more book giveaways. Hashtag hat to win a free Quest of Oak Island baseball cap wherever you live in the world. If you won one, we'll redraw and give somebody a chance that has not won one. Hello, Pot C. Hello, Jason Mercer. I haven't seen him in a while. Don't forget, don't put hashtag hat in Facebook. You will not be eligible. Above that banner, you'll see just StreamYard. They'll take just your name and your profile picture, and then you can be on the StreamYard live chat to get a free hat. You can put hashtag hat all day long in Facebook. It will not come up. Hello, Luann. There's David. There's Ashley's in the house. There's Ray. We got our own Raymond. There's the Hook, Kathy. There's the Professor, Danielle. There's Playground Justice. There's Scott. There's Renee, looking for a hat. There's Gloria Fritz. And if you can figure out this name, good morning from Cyprus, Mapoe. I hope I said that right. Help me out there, Daniel. I have no idea. Mapoe. Mapai? I don't know. I try.
Something like that, John. I think you're close. Cyprus. That is so cool. Welcome.
Thank you for joining the chat. Please subscribe to the channel. If you like the podcast, if you hate the podcast, then I'll never see you again.
You're gone.
You're gone. I'm gone. There's Joey on the Facebook side. Julie Neal. The rest of the gang will be coming in. Mario's. Okay. Very good. Magpie. Daniel. We tried, Daniel. Mario. I would never say that would be Mario. You know, Mapioe, Mario. Okay. Good enough. I got you. I got your back.
That'll do.
All right, let me get my thank yous in here. I've got a lot of screenshots. I got some screenshots of the drilling down, but a lot of things were just gone over and wrapped up in a drilling down that we already knew. But it's good to remind us, I guess, over and over. All right, I want to thank Sandra And also, Jumpier, if you're out there on the YouTube side and not the Facebook side, hello, Peter. That's the hard thing about this, Judy. On YouTube, I really can't email a YouTuber or I can't contact them personally if they're not subscribed. And Jupiter has earned a free hat. So
Oh, shoot.
if you're reaching out or watching this podcast or whatever, just email me at questofoakisland@aol.com with your address, total address, no nicknames, no letters, full name. And if you're international, please give me your phone number because stamps.com will not take a delivery without a phone number international. Hello, Rebecca. Thanks for coming in. And we got Betty and Mark and Tammy and Luke and Patricia and Sideways and David and Carol and Super and Becky and Wayne and Alina and Paul and Carol and Virginia and Gary and Rebecca, Barbara, Starlene, Jeff, Sandollar, and Roxy for the continued support on the YouTube side membership. We got Joanne and Hardaby on the Patreon side. I also got to thank Judy for what you do. The season's only got 3 more shows to go, and I thank you what you've been doing for me all year long. Thank you so much, Judy.
Oh, you're welcome, John, and I'm hoping to do it again next year.
Yep. Hello, Carol. Daniel, how much is shipping to Jupiter? Oh, my lordy 40. I got to give it to Elon Musk.
Oh, shoot. Oh, Daniel, I love you.
I got to thank Daniel, the professor, for all he does all year long. His technical analysis on everything Oak Island, good or bad. He tells it how it is, believe him or not. And Charlotte, his partner there, helping him. And also, we keep on praying for Muyan Osprey to come back, but have no idea. Got to thank my moderators. Tammy Williams, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you to all my moderators, Tammy, Judy, Daniel, Starlene, Kathy, and Tanya from Portugal. Also, Jeff M., David B., and Gloria on the YouTube side. And to our lifetime contributor that we could really use, the Starman, Chris Dona. I got to thank my main members from the Quest of Oak Island. Mostly come from the Facebook group. We're live to Facebook and YouTube. Later on, sometimes I download to Twitter. Other platforms that we touched on, but really not going anywhere, is on Twitch and Rumble. We get busy on Discord on Tuesday nights. Instagram's pretty good, but our members on the Spotify for podcasters is pretty good. We got about 350 plays per podcast that they watch us or listen to us around the world on Apple, Google, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora, and Amazon Alexa. Here's our mumbling, Judy.
We're mumbling, are we?
Tonight, or last night, was season 11, episode 22, Abbey Road, the Templar Connection. 3 more episodes left. Next week, episode 23 is called Cone E Island, which, if you saw the promos, they're strapping on the straps on Cone E and lifting it out. And surprised to find some kind of weird stuff. I'm not going to spoil it, not until I go to my pre-show next week. But if you want to see the promo, it's out there. Hello, Janet. How are you? Hello, Deborah Polk. Last night's episode was filled with a lot of stuff. But before we get into that, I'm going to show some screenshots from the drilling down, Judy, and we'll just go over a couple of things like that, then get into the podcast. All right?
That sounds good, John.
I've got to get my team up here. Please support Compendium Returns with Daniel and Charlotte. Please give their blog a look around the world. People don't see this. That's why I put it on YouTube. Because a lot of YouTubers don't go to Facebook and all that, Judy. You know what I mean?
Right, yes. Yeah, they're not used to going elsewhere. So take a look at the compendium.
Yep, the compendium. And then here's our crew here. Judy, the Hook, Tanya, Daniel, Tammy, Jeff, David, Starlene, and Judy, the crew. I thank them so much for what they do all year long. 3 more episodes. We got to last. I hope.
Maybe we'll make it.
Hello, Lewis. I didn't see you come in. The no-fly list, Laird says. And there they are, giving us great artifact analysis, which Raymond will be talking about their analysis of the program last night later on in the show, Judy.
Right, yes, I always look forward to that.
There's Muyan Osprey.
Although I wish Daniel was reading it, John.
Darth Spino. We are watchers. Hello. Don't forget, if there's no island tours, please contact Salty Dog Tours. See Tony Sampson. Tell him Johnny sent you. Have a nice boat ride. And whatever else you can do. And there's our little live symbol with the green trees in the back. Beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
It is. Beautiful guy.
All right, let's get into some little drilling down slides. I think I got about 10 maybe. No, I got like 20, 23.
It was mainly just a repeat of the season, going over what they saw, guys.
Yeah, but I like it anyways. I watch it anyways.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, it was nice to hear Marty and Rick at the end and what they had to say.
Hello, Franklin. You're very welcome. So this was yesterday's drilling down at 10 p.m. It was a long night last night. Written in the stars. So they're pulling a lot of this stuff, the astronomy, down to the boulders. And that's how they're connecting the Templars, obviously, towards the end of the season, Judy.
Right. Just to get us excited and then keep us hanging for 5 months.
Yep. Hello, Becky Gilmore. And they were asking actually what this guy's job is and his title and what he actually does, which was a good thing because he never explained that before. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
The connections and the stars in the sky. And then they're going to make me do my Italian voice later on. They're aligning the massive stones with certain stars in the night sky. Gaspardi. You see that thing that was around his neck? It looked like a horseshoe.
It did, didn't it?
I thought you wear that like for arthritis on your wrist or something. The thing looked like a horseshoe around his neck. But that's just me.
Maybe it works there too.
Yeah, it would give you arthritis because it was so heavy on his neck. His neck is bent down the wrong way.
Right, I agree. Oh, Daniel says he's a filmmaker. Emiliano.
Here's our buddy. I had to put our 2 buddies in here. Petter and Chris up on top there.
Oh, those are good pictures.
Yeah. I'm not sure about that Skywalker Ranch stuff, but it just doesn't float my boat. Just way out there for me, wormholes and all this other stuff. I don't think so, guys. But
I can't wait. I can't wait.
That's my only personal opinion of that show.
And guess what? You're allowed that personal opinion.
You got it. And they're trying to make the connection, the stellar connection to Nolan's Cross. Yep, he was in the war room, Tammy, with Chris Dona. Not the same time, but they had Petter at one time, Chris one time, and him one time. But they showed a collage of them all in one shot, Tammy. He's a doctor or something. He's got about 85 doctor diplomas or something. I don't know. I don't pay attention.
Yes, he does. Travis Taylor is his name, yes.
Yeah. So now here's Maddie and the crazy looking boulder there. Yep, playground. They do that and wear the same shirt, but obviously cleaned every day so they can do editing. Before, Jack used to have all kinds of different shirts on and all that. So now when they try to edit it, you know how they play with us and stick them in all over the place on different episodes, even though we watch the trees and everything. They mostly have the same shirts on, but they're clean and they got multiple shirts for editing purposes to drive us more crazy, guys.
And they're good at it.
Yeah, we caught on. You up, Tammy? Here's a picture of the stone triangle. I think this was the original picture. Not sure. So I screenshotted it anyways. They were doing a lot of things with the stone piles on lot 15, the stone triangle. Hello, Linda.
I think that is, John.
And of course, Steve's there with the GPS. So if they ever had coordinates, it doesn't have to be there because he can GPS it and put whatever he has to put down there to be original direction. You know what I mean, guys?
Right, yes.
And it's Renee's birthday today. Happy birthday, Renee. Lordy 40. Holy Muyan.
Happy birthday, Renee. Hope it was a good one.
And there's an overhead shot where you see the guy standing near the arrow, triangle, stone arrow. And they were on that pretty good, the stone triangle. We haven't heard about that for a while, but there it is, how they laid it out. And it's just a replica of what they have. It was first discovered in 1897 by Captain Wellington. It was rediscovered in June of 1897. Composed of large beach stones. Very, very good. And there she looks. Pointing somewhere. Why would somebody do this? You know what I mean? Just weird.
It is. It really is.
Go this way and go so many feet and dig here. Tell the whole world. 10 by 10 by 10. There you be for people that didn't know the dimensions of the stone triangle. Pointing right to the money pit, as you see there, pointed due north. There's a lot of things Dot the Dot has. Support his channel on this stone triangle with all his geometry, angles, and go see the Oak Island Research with Oliva, good friends of mine. Believe them or not, good stuff.
They work hard at it for sure.
And they're saying the stone triangle was built the same time as Nolan's Cross. Okay. Hello, Neil. With these solar alignments and the stars alignments, Judy, I don't know what the heck they're doing, but they must know.
Yeah, obviously they do, John. I understand what it is they're doing. I just don't know how they do it.
I was saying this too, as Maddie was saying it. This 1200 AD keeps on coming up. As far as testing wise, as far as concrete evidence, not really. You know, twigs and carbon dating, okay, but we got to find something a little bit better than that. You know what I mean?
Right, John. Yeah, we need something in our hands that proves that it's from that era.
And there's, Surveyor Steve, they can do this true north direction with his GPS with no problems and plot every stone, every map that he has. He's got all of Fred Nolan's maps and all the maps that are appeared to him since day one. Whatever maps Dan had and Fred Nolan had and everybody else, he's got them all, you know, Judy?
Right, I'm sure he's been over every one of them. I have no doubt.
I would love to see his 3D map of the island, but I'll never see it.
Oh, wouldn't it be nice if after it was all done, they did put it on?
Well,
before they ended the show.
I don't know if it's TV worthy, but us surveyors would love to see a 3D, you know, showing every object that was picked out of the ground that he surveys, the whole 9 yards. You know what I mean?
Oh, it would be great. I wouldn't mind seeing it.
Every void, every caisson, every borehole, it's all plotted, Judy. It's all plotted in the computer.
Wow. John, that'd be interesting.
So here he is showing, but I don't know where they're getting the distance from. That's the only thing. It says it's pointing due north, but didn't give us a distance. But some maps did have a distance. So I don't know what he's going by here, stopping that red dot right there. You know what I mean, guys?
Right, understand. Hopefully we'll get more info.
Yep. And that was drilling down last night. Little bonus, little different angle for things we already heard. But you know me. Tanya's got me over when she found my mug on Doug's desk. So I was looking everywhere, put everything in slow motion. I didn't see anything. All righty. Now I want to mention one thing before we get into Judy's synopsis. We're going to be running long tonight, I think. When they first showed the catacombs with Corian, I first thought, I said, I knew it was sort of kind of a charcoal drawings up there in the ceiling. And I said to myself, how the hell did they draw these things up there 40 feet high? The first thing that came to my mind. So Corian made a statement, and also this was said underneath a question for them in the group, and I want everybody to hear this that has not heard it, Judy.
Okay.
I'm wearing the view, 40-foot high ceiling, photo by Joseph Ferner von Simberberg. Update. Adding some info here by request for those who saw this on the Curse of Oak Island in the USA last night. Number one, why are the drawings so high up on the ceiling? Same thing I said. Probably a million people said the same thing, you know?
Right.
When these were made, the tunnels were man-sized. The block breakers quarrying here worked their way into the mountain horizontally and then down until the system would become too unstable, after which they would move on. Number two, how were these drawings made? They were made with soot by holding a candle or oil lamp to the ceiling, creating little black dots. It must have taken months to draw these because of the conditions inside these tunnels, and the drawings still look pristine. Number three, how old are these? They were carbon dated to the 14th century by a team of Dutch university. Same for this section of tunnels, considering the markings on the walls. One of the drawings can be very precisely dated to the south of France in December of 1306, just months after the Templar arrest, more later. Number 4, how do you know these are Templar? These symbols and drawings were compared to known Templar sites individually and together in Italy, Portugal, and France, some of which we visited with Oak Island team, like Tomar, Vertebo, Camaranto, and Dome. What is the connection to Oak Island? The 4 dotted crosses and the circumpoint, circle and dot, match the Oak Island HO stone. That's all I can share for now. Stay tuned. Corian Mall.
Thank you, Corian.
So that's what I want to bring up there, because that's really my question was, how the heck they draw up there? And there's the answers right there.
Yeah, it's good to have them. Yeah, I thought the same thing, John. Being short, I'm always a long way from the ceiling.
Right. And we had like I said last night, a response from Carmen Legg that it's not a PV spike. He knows what it is in a statement in the group. But like I said last night, I don't know what's going on. They got me, my head spinning. So if it's not that, probably he'll tell us after the show's over. We'll have him on and bring him up and bring the pictures up and bring Daniel's artifact analysis up there, and with Carmen right here telling us what the heck that thing is. You know what I mean?
Oh, that would be great. I hope we can do that.
Yeah, try to get more interviews in during the off season, even though it's their on season. Now they can talk about last season. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
And they'll know what's shown because they don't even watch the show, and they can talk about it once it's posted. So that gives them more leeway to come on a podcast and talk freely about season 11 than trying to get them on now and they don't know what's posted on TV.
Right. It's amazing that none of them watch it, really.
Nope. All right, guys. You guys ready for the queen of synopsis?
Oh, boy.
Let me hear you. Gotta find Judy's picture. There we go. There's Judy. I got her picture already. Let me see here. All right, Judy, your picture's up. When you're ready, the queen of synopsis is ready. 3 more weeks, guys. Give it a go, Judy. Thank you so much.
Thank you, John, very much. And we have season 11, episode 22, Abbey Road. Episode 22 opens in the Money Pit area on a chilly fall morning where the team is getting ready to drill a new 6-inch borehole in the area of the baby blob where they found metals in the past, 80 to 100 feet down. Ian and Steve have calculated where to drill, and they will take water samples to test. Meanwhile, Rick, Doug, Alex, and Peter have arrived in Mondo, Italy, where they have met up with Emiliano and Dr. Gaspani at the Abbey of the Cistercian monks, built in the 12th century. The Cistercians were formed in 1098, and many of their symbols matches those of the Templars. Emiliano asks the team to look up the outside wall of the front of the church, and they see many symbols, and one matches the cross with the 4 dots, like the one on the HO stone on Oak Island. They enter the church, which is stunning, at 60 meters times 13 meters in size. On one wall is a large Templar cross painted in red, along with many other symbols. The team then enters the scriptorium, where the monks wrote and studied manuscripts. On the wall here is the symbol of the Tree of Life, along with another cross with 4 dots. Rick wonders if the work performed here was meant to be kept secret. Another symbol shows a cross with oak leaves around it. Does this mean the monks were on Oak Island? The following day, back on Lot 5, the archaeologists are again digging on the foundations. While Moya is sifting the spoils from the northeast corner of the site, she finds a button with symbols on it. Laird says he has never seen anything like this before, and Helen adds, it is an odd pattern that looks like a spider or a star. Laird points out it is white metal. They take it to Emma right away. Back in Italy, the team has arrived at the Anzano Castle that was built by the Templars in the 13th century. Dr. Gaspani believes that Nolan's Cross was built about the same time as this castle, because the stars aligned with Nolan's Cross also align with the castle. On the wall is an 8-pointed star, like the one found in Bedford Barren, northeast of Oak Island, believed to have been made by the Mi'kmaq natives that they learned from the Templars. The team then gathers around a nearby table as Dr. Gaspani has something he wants to show them. The doctor, using the Cremona document, has built an abator, a navigational instrument used by ancient sailors to travel the oceans. With the abator, the sailors could travel back and forth across the Atlantic and always arrive at their destination. Dr. Gaspani believes this same instrument was also used to build Nolan's Cross. With their newfound knowledge and a thank you to Emiliano and Dr. Gaspani, the team now moves on to the Netherlands. It's a new morning on Oak Island, and as Terry and Charles are overseeing the drilling of a new borehole in the Baby Blob area, in the lab, the team is getting Emma's test results on the button found on Lot 5. Having put the artifact through both the CT scanner and the XRF machine, Emma shows them the star-shaped symbol on the button and tells them it is made of tin covered in lead and could be anywhere from the 1300s to the 1700s. Marty believes this proves that there was more than one period of occupation on this site. Laird says they have much more work to do here. 3,200 miles to the east, the team has arrived at Maastricht, Scandinavia, where they have met up with Corian and Guy Jocko Silverton. Corian has brought them to Seestert Stone Quarry, built and operated during the 12th century. Under the quarry lies 15 miles of hand-carved tunnels that would have been ideal for the Templars to hide themselves and their treasure while en route to the New World. On the ceilings of these very high caverns are many Templar symbols, also found in Portugal and Oak Island. They enter the next cavern, and it is in the form of a cross, where they see on the ceiling the cross with the 4 dots, like on the Oak Island HO stone, along with a menorah and many more. Did the Templars hide here with their treasure on their way west? Rex states Templars were running not just for their freedom, but to protect their precious treasure. Join us next week, Questers, to see what the team finds in Valkenburg, Scandinavia. And in the meantime, stay safe, please.
Excellent report. Excellent. The queen of synopsis, Judy.
Thank you, John. Thanks, everybody, so much.
Of course, this will be in text and print on the Quest of Oak Island Facebook page. And also for the past 2 weeks and today and to the end of the season, I will edit with Judy's voice to put it on Patreon if you want to hear. There you go.
Well, thank you, John, very much. Wow.
It's been on there. We got a lot of free customers there, so I'll give them a treat.
Well, I'm glad to know I'm a treat. Thank you.
And people are asking, and I thank Judy and Repo. What's Repo's condition now?
Oh, he's getting really big. I haven't seen him in a while, but I am sure he's as active as ever.
Right. Okay, let me get you off here. And then that thing the doctor made, the abattoir from the Cremona document, I just had a thought. It's a crazy thought. It's probably foolish, but I got to say it anyways. You know me, Judy.
Yes, I do, John. And we're listening.
That smooth doorknob that was golden that they teased us with, is that a worn out abattoir?
Very funny. Wouldn't have thought of that.
Was that doorknob a worn out abattoir? Was that a navigational instrument that was just worn out? Could be. Could not.
Hey, we've learned anything's possible on Oak Island.
So it really wasn't a doorknob. It was an abattoir. Got you guys. And then when they went into this cavern, as they squeezed in that hole, and they said this cavern was like 15 miles of caverns. Was it just one entrance and one exit out of 15 miles? I wish they showed us if there was extra exits coming out of a quarry, but I'm not sure. It was probably blocked off after they stopped doing a quarry job over there. But so just wondering, there's just one entrance to get in now, obviously, but in the early days, they have more than one exit and one more entrance, Judy?
Yeah, you would think so, John. I hadn't thought about that, but you're right. But I would assume they would want to keep people out of it now. I don't know.
I'm saying, I know now, but I'm saying when the quarry was going on, you know what I mean?
Right, yes, I understand.
And then we go on a little vacation again with Corian next week on Cone E, the island, and we're going on another trip. So they're building us up, guys. They're building us up. Daniel, Doug wasn't have anything a part of that hole. Yeah, it was kind of small, that hole there. I'm not saying nothing, but
it'd be kind of creepy to have to crawl through there, I think.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the screenshots. Here we go, Judy.
All righty.
Here we go. Trees are getting bare.
Oh.
End of autumn here. They got the trigger words going to find the treasure. And I would say, I think I said this before, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong. If the garden shaft is full of water and they're in there, obviously they can't have vibrating drills right next to them. So maybe that's why they're waiting to this point to drill on the items of the highest gold and silver content now. It didn't make any sense to me, but the only thing that would make sense to me is they couldn't dig in the garden shaft and have choice drilling. Maybe this is too close. I mean, choice drilling can be far away, but these points that they're drilling now, because they can't go in the garden shaft horizontal, but they can put a choice drilling 6-inch bit down now. Why didn't they do that in the beginning?
Yes, that makes sense, John. I hadn't thought about it. Makes good sense.
These 3 points that Steve says, this is where the highest concentration is supposed to be. Well, you put 3 drill bits down there before you build an 85-foot deep, 106-foot deep garden shaft. I don't get it. I don't know. I just don't get it. I'm lost. I need help, guys.
It's hard to read them, John. It's hard to read them.
That's what they're doing, Scott. They're going vertical on these points. I mean, obviously, you're going to go horizontal if you can find it. You know what I mean, Judy?
Right, exactly, John. Now, they did say, Dumas did, I thought, that they may be able to do it at 55 feet down. But whether they'll do that or not, I don't know.
Thank you so much, Dee Dee. Hope you're feeling better. She has a cold also. I've been getting up late. I've been missing her artistic shows. Please support Dee Dee Williams. Thank you so much, Dee Dee.
Thank you, Dee Dee.
But you know what I mean? If they had these points of interest, even before you go horizontal, this is my engineering degree coming through my head. I thought the whole point of it was to find a drill spot that comes up with something and then horizontally drill to it before you go down a garden shaft and start digging a shaft horizontally to a point to what point were they going to? 10 feet away, 6 feet away, 20 feet away? I don't know.
Right. Daniel says, John, that the big story on this for our season final. And you know what? It probably will do that.
Whose season final? Daniels and Charlotte's?
No.
The show's
I think
final?
he means Oak Island. Yeah. So the last show, they'll probably give us some info on what they find with silver and gold.
Gotta watch them. Gotta watch them here. What's that drill going to come up with? And then they go right off. But if you got these spots so narrowed down, why did you wait this long to drill? That's what I'm saying.
Right. I agree.
And Kathy put the big hooks on there. I hear you, Kathy. There's Billy in the background. I think he's having a beer sitting on one of the stones back there.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Everybody's got triple coats on. He's in his T-shirt and shorts. I had to get Billy in there.
Oh. And Linda's leaving us, so good night, Linda. Have a good one.
Yeah, Linda, thanks for coming in when you can. Luann, I think I got a map, but they really didn't show us where these 3 holes are. I think they did, but we'll see as I go through screenshots. We'll keep an eye on that for that, Judy.
Yes, okay.
Yup, Ashley, he's unbelievable. There's the Spooner man. We're still looking for the dump truck. There's Jim. Stephen. And Fred is Dr. Spooner's partner. And they've picked locations where the highest concentration of gold and silver is. This is when they began the lateral probe drilling operation. They go back to this. And here's my tattoo, the baby blob. Could be, Rowdy.
Scott has suggested that maybe they did it the way they did with the garden shaft for the production to build the interest of the viewer.
Could be. Could be. So I got a picture of this map. I guess it's going to be 4 drill holes. You see number 1, 2, 3, and 4. But it doesn't give us how close to the garden shaft it is, Judy.
Okay.
There it is in a little clearer picture.
So they're going to do 4 drills, okay.
Yep, 1, 2, 3, and 4. But, you know, people want, well, how close to the garden shaft are they? They got to be, each block is 5 feet. 5, 10, 15, maybe 20 feet away from the garden shaft. I got no point to go to, not C1. I got nothing to go by, you know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
No idea, Gary. Because they can no longer drill horizontally when there's 50 feet of water in the shaft. And we did hear that they might do something at 55 feet, but I think they're running out of time, Judy. The drill's still buried in the water.
Right. I agree, John. I got a feeling they won't go back there, but then they surprised us before.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's us thinking normal, you know what I mean?
Right, yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the drill hole program. Look at that, 12.5 is going right off the grid there. But I didn't catch what they said about these holes here.
No, I didn't either, John.
Yeah.
I couldn't catch if they actually gave a number. I don't think they did. But...
Where the science tells us to go. You got that right, Steve. And off we go to Italy. Beautiful countryside there. Lush, green, beautiful area.
It's a beautiful country.
Yep. There's Emilio. Hey, come sta? Bene, grazie. Se tu, I got the interpreter next to me. You bring the meatball sandwiches. You get the raviolis from the shop down the Mario's. Nope. We got to have a lunch. You got to have a pasta before we talk. We got to have a pasta, a glass of wine before we talk, Rick. Emilio, welcome to Mandiando. This is the Cristiani Abbey, the site of the monastery that was established by the Christian monks. So back in the 12th century, they decided to start it from here because of the Saturnians. The professor's got the nicest socks on with the shorter pants. And you the guys that got the jackets on. I'm convinced that Nolan's Cross, the Saint Bernard of the Calvax. In 1098, they constructed numerous abbeys across Europe. I guess these people were the builders, Judy, the builders and the record keepers, as I thought about it last night. What do you think?
Yes, I think so too. I think there's a lot of records have been kept there.
Yep, and it's probably all buried in the basement of the Vatican.
You got it.
So, Corian.
If only we could get...
Yep, Corian, you got to get in that Vatican vault. And then Rick, they're looking for this Templar and the monks connection, which I say there should be, Judy, the way I've understand it for years. And Emilio said, if you pay
Right.
attention of the left side, the two have. You have the cross and the four dots. Emilio, there it is, up there. 4 plates we used to have for the lasagna. They took the 4 plates off the dinner table. We cleaned them up, and the monks put them in the wall. Kind of strange to paste dishes into the bricks, but what you gonna do? And there's the Abbey. And Mr. Gillespie has that solid metal necklace, headphones. I wonder why he can't hear, because they're not near his ears. Just Daniel, I think it's the pasta balls for the pastine, the soup, the pastine with the meatballs in there, the Italian wedding soup, the pastine. I'm trying to figure out this metal object. You can't be around Gary too much because of the Kumasikam, the handle, the metal detector will be buzzing all the time. It would be buzz, 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 buzz. I'd have to take my necklace off, my wristbands off. I have to take all this metal off. That's why the Gary couldn't make a trip.
Right.
We go back to the HO stone, the cross and the 4 dots and the gold emblem, the circle and the dot, Judy.
Yes. For some reason, John, I've lost the pictures, but keep going.
And they're showing that was part of a bigger rock, the HO2 stone, that's been detonated by searchers, and that's the piece of the rock. Yes, Daniel, I think Gaspini was in the jail, and he didn't want to wear the ankle bracelet, so they put that metal piece and welded it to his neck. I think so. Sort of like a Frankenstein. You remember the Frankenstein movies? They got the bolts on the side of the neck. Well, this is
Right on.
this is the same thing. He tries to go to sleep. They turn it on and spark him, so he wakes up and comes up with these star alignments. He's with the stars. You know what I mean? The Daniel. He's one with the stars. They see you things. Oh, the beautiful. Oh, look at this place, Judy. Look at this place. 13 feet wide, 60 meters long. What a beautiful place they build like this here. How did they do this? You know what I mean, Judy?
Really, John. It was beautiful for sure.
Magnificent. Just a beautiful place. A 30 meter by 13. Narrow, but very elegant.
It is. You wonder how they do it.
And of course, they didn't have these lights, the bulbs, what you call kumasikama. They light the balls. They had the whale lamps or whatever, the flame in the well, the whale lamps, the whale oil, whatever they used, and soot would be all over the place. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
There's the cross. Different style.
John, I'm going to disappear for a minute. I got to go and unplug my modem and plug it back in.
Don't worry about it. Here's where the monks transcribed in this room. Very, very interesting. Copying manuscripts, studying them. Very, very interesting. Just like in the movies, guys. Just like in the movies. Is that the one that's supposed to be looking like the tree of life? Very good, the Woody did the archways. I love archways. The painted deception. Very, very good. The opposite side of the pillar. There you go. Hit this across over here. And then Rick pointed out oak leaves around 4 dots. Very, very strange, people. Very, very strange. And then tomorrow they go to the Bazanto Castle. As we go back to Oak Island, in the northern region of Lot 5, Laird says, I think it's going to be really important to dig this out to the bottom. And there he is, Lot 5, getting deeper and deeper and bigger. And they continue their investigation on these mysterious stone foundations. Even a ladder's being used. Deeper and deeper they go. And there is the part of the button they found. And they call it a white metal button. Very, very good. Yes, they are oak trees in Italy, yes. We're showing the back of the button, Tammy. It's got a little knob on it. The button would attach to a piece of clothes. Laird says it sure looks old. Helen says it does. There's a wider picture on Lot 5. What started at the 13-foot circle is now pretty huge. Some 3,500 miles to the east. Ciao. Going to have a meeting with Gaspanti, Professor Andrea Gaspanti, and his interpreter. It's the castle to believe to be by many religious scholars. One of the key reasons that Professor Gaspanti was there, the castle was constructed based on alignments. Very, very interesting how he knew this building was constructed on alignments. I have no idea. You're welcome, Tammy. Known as the Sagas, just like the design on Nolan's Cross in Oak Island. Unbelievable. And this place had many, many different symbols in it, Tammy. Very Masonic, mosaic. Showing some of those pictures. And that's when Doug sees one on the wall, and it looks like the Bedford Baron petroglyph. I'm showing that 8-point star that they've seen in Nova Scotia, that you've seen in earlier seasons. Some 40 miles northeast of Oak Island. The Mi'kmaq, they know a lot more than they're letting us know. Like I said, I tried getting the Nova Scotia chief on. For about 2 years, I gave up. Would love to hear their side of the story. Okay, David. And they say that the Mi'kmaq adopted it from their Templar order. You got that right, Hobbies. You're welcome back.
Thank you. I lost my internet for a bit. It's back.
Yep. Here's a picture of the 8-pointed star compared to that one that's in Bedford, side by side. Now they're going to be in a meeting with the researcher, both of them, and the professor, Andrea Gaspanti, as this headquarters was for the Knights Templar. There they are sitting at the table, Tammy. The guys from Oak Island, interpreter. And he's saying, describe it in the Cremora document, believed to have been co-authored on the 12th century Templar Knight, that he made this abtor that is shown. It's a round gold disc, looks like a gold hockey puck with a lot of lines and some numbers on it, some angles, and 4 holes in it. I guess that they can put little stems or little nail-like things in it to align a star with direction. That's what I'm showing now, this device right here. And they're showing how he lifts it up. He's got 4 pieces of metal in it, like toothpicks. And you align one of those toothpicks to a star. And how do you read this thing? I have no idea. Because if you got it on the side, how do you read it? That's all I see is blank. You got to read it from the front, you know, Judy?
Right, exactly. I don't get it either, John, if it even works.
You know, it looks like, well, if you're not facing the direction, I have no idea. We'll have to get somebody that knows these items on this thing and give us, you know, he said you point one of those sticks or those star like nails looking towards the star and it gets you back and forth over the ocean. Not me. You'd be lost in 5 minutes.
Me too, John.
I mean, he's not even looking at the face of it, so I don't know how they figure it out. So who knows? We got to get more information on this device. You know what I mean?
Right. They'll probably give us more. Daniel talks about it, so we'll learn more.
Yeah, he knows all this stuff. You can cross the Atlantic and stick. Okay, Professor, if you say so. Me up, Kathy, an elaborate compass. I don't know what them figures mean on there, like an angle and an X and an R and all kinds of squiggly things on there. I don't know what it means. Way beyond me. Now back to Oak Island at the Money Pit. Charles says Avante-1. I guess they're just starting to do the holes in the baby blob where Dr. Spooner and his partner said are the valuable holes to drill. Then we go back to the lab of the ornate metal button that was found. Just outside. We go back to Europe, the city of Maestricht. That's right, I don't know. Here's Corian saying they call it the River Moose in French. We'll see. The meeting with cultural historian Javaco Silvertent is showing Corian and him in this thorn quarry that we mentioned, Tammy, like a path to a dark spot, right, Judy?
Right. Yes, John. I still I don't have the show on my iPad, but I can talk to you.
Okay, good. And there it is, with graffiti on the outside and a small hole to get into these 15 miles of tunnels. Was it a sunstone? Who knows? Now we're into the 15 miles of the underground passages. And at this time, we will now show Daniel and Charlotte's artifact analysis. So you guys let me know if you can hear it okay, if you can see it okay, and we'll come right back to you. It's a 7-minute show, and I hope it all comes out, Judy. Now, you're not going to see it, but you'll be with me.
Right.
All right,
I think I got back.
Here we go.
Season 11, Episode 22, Abbey Road Artifact and Feature Analysis by the Oak Island Compendium. In this week's episode, Abbey Road, we are first taken to Morimondo Abbey in Milan, Italy, where the Oak Island team has traveled to meet with researcher Emiliano Sacchetti, Professor Adriano Gaspani, and his translator Marzia Sebastiani. The team is being shown this Cistercian abbey, and it is suggested that the Templars were connected to this structure, and there may be links to Nolan's Cross. It is suggested that through this alleged association, the Templars came to North America and hid sacred treasures on Oak Island. On the front of the abbey, some iconography shows what appears to be a likeness to the symbol on the HO stone of a cross, with dots in each quadrant. This symbol was associated with the Templars during their existence, but it was also ancient and used by various groups in various countries through time. It was frequently used as a decorative motif, adorning churches, cathedrals, and sacred objects. As the team ventures through the abbey, they notice other symbology that denotes Templar associations, including the Tree of Life. They visit the scriptorium where Cistercian monks copied books and created a large library. It is speculated that information about transatlantic voyages may have been kept there. Professor Gaspani invites the team to join him at Bianzano Castle the next day, which was considered a Templar protection site for the area. We then move to the Lot 5 excavation site near the shore, where archaeologists Laird Niven, Helen Sheldon and Moya MacDonald are busy working. As Moya sifts through the spoils, she notices something very interesting. Upon closer inspection, she discovers that it is a button. It appears to be of white metal and has an asymmetrical spiderweb design on the front of it. Helen points out the shank on the back, which confirms it is a button. It appears very fragile, and it is speculated how it was left at the structure. It is very interesting that Laird mentions that this site appears to have been some sort of industrial-related structure. More on this coming soon from Compendium Investigations. The scene shifted back to Italy, where the Oak Island team meets back up with Emiliano Sacchetti, Professor Gaspani, and his translator Marzia Sebastiani. This time, they are visiting Bianzano Castle in the nearby Cavallina Valley. Professor Gaspani identified this castle as a place for the team to visit, based on its symbols and proportions being tied to the Knights Templar. The castle is also oriented towards the cardinal points, with the four corners perfectly aligned with the setting of the sun during the solstices and equinoxes. This is how Professor Gaspani feels Nolan's Cross was constructed. The Compendium was excited when Professor Gaspani, for the first time on his TV appearances, confirmed that Nolan's Cross appears to be aligned with the Cygnus constellation, much like this castle. Compendium Investigations' previous 4-part investigation regarding Cygnus and Nolan's Cross can be at https://www.theoakislandcompendium.com/the-Cygnus for much more information. As the team tours the castle, recognizable symbols are identified. The first is an apparent 8-pointed star that is compared to the petroglyph the Oak Island team had previously visited in nearby Bedford, Nova Scotia. It is mentioned that the symbol was used by the Knights Templar, which is true. It should also be noted that the symbol is ancient and used by many cultures through time, like the cross with 4 dots and the Cygnus alignment. The visit continues at the castle when the controversial Cremona document is mentioned, and the fictitious voyage to North America of Ralph de Soudely was detailed. Compendium investigations recently concluded that the Cremona document and all the related material of the fictitious Dr. William Jackson never actually existed and appears to have been made up. Our readers can view this 5-part investigation at https://www.theoakislandcompendium.com/the-bill. It's very interesting that Dr. Gaspani was able to take a diagram of what he called an avatar and constructed one that he claims can be used as a navigational tool. We recognize Professor Gaspani's great intellect and abilities in taking what appears to be a theoretical plan and making a real device out of it. Compendium Investigations sticks with our assertion that the device was never a working model and was only a theoretical invention by its creator to apparently write books. Gaspani goes on to show that the device could be used for navigation and was potentially involved with making Nolan's cross. Unfortunately, with all the information that the Compendium has revealed regarding this subterfuge, it is impossible that it really happened in our opinion. We were then taken to the lab, where archaeometallurgist Emma Culligan is meeting with the other members of the Oak Island team to discuss the recently found button on Lot 5. It's mentioned that the button is very ornate and seems to be from someone of higher status. Emma's analysis reveals that the button is made of tin and is lead-coated and was from a cast. Laird mentions that it appears to be from the 1600s to 1700s and appears to be a sunburst design. He also mentions that he has seen the design date back to the 1300s. This led to speculation that the piece was perhaps medieval and could be related to the Knights Templar. Our analysis concludes in the Netherlands, where the Oak Island team has travelled from Italy to meet with researcher Corjan Mol near Maastricht and very close to the Belgium border. Corjan brings the team to the Seestert stone quarry, where he and guide Jacques Silvertant plan to explore the extensive tunnel system and show the team the charcoal drawings related to the Knights Templar. This was a limestone quarry that was used for hiding and a safe house location. It's theorized that the Templars were fleeing suppression in France and used this system to escape and possibly make their way to Oak Island to bury the temple treasures. Corjan shows familiar symbols to the team with Templar associations. A Templar cross with 4 dots, circle with dot, menorah and others that are compared with symbols that have been associated with Oak Island. For example, the symbols on the HO stone that was blown up into pieces by treasure hunters in the 1920s. Corjan plans to take the team to Valkenburg Castle in next week's episode to see more Knights Templar symbols and potential connections. Until next week. Please visit www.theoakislandcompendium.com for the article and our other content related to the Oak Island mystery. Good day from the Compendium. Daniel and Charlotte.
Very, very interesting. Thank you, Daniel and Charlotte.
Thank you, guys. Your research is immeasurable. Gives us much more.
Alrighty. Again, we're in the tunnel. There's some of the charcoal drawings. Way up there, 40 feet up. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
And to think they've lasted all that time.
Well, what could be all in there? Bats and no lights and nothing. There's no moisture in there, obviously, because if there was moisture in there, they would all be blurred away, Judy?
That's true too, John. I hadn't thought of that.
All right, everybody, make sure you do hashtag hat for a free quest hat around the world. If you're international, I need your phone number for stamps.com to make it go through. If you won a hat prior, we will redraw, so you'll always get a hat. So you've got 3 more shots at it after tonight. And we'll go from there. That was 100 screenshots just on that one program, not including drilling down. So you're going to have a lot of screenshots when I download them to the group to actually go over them. You know what I mean?
Right, John. That's a lot of work. Thank you, sir.
Whew. All right. Let me see how many did the giveaway here. Let me check. I got to check another screen here. We got 20 on the giveaway. 1 in 20 shot so far. Yep, Lewis. And now I'm going to.
Daniel says he hopes Renee wins on her birthday.
Well, you never know. When you want it, that's when it don't come.
You're right.
I'm just saying from experience.
Yes, me too.
The minute you're not expecting it, oh, I won, whatever. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
All right. But before we do the hat, this is a drone video from June 2023 that we'll take a look at. Get into the Zen mode. The Zen mode. And of course, tell me in chat if it's okay. You can hear it and see it. And we'll do the drawing right after the video. They're only about 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes. All right, here we go, guys. Zen time. There we go.
Oh, beautiful, John. Absolutely beautiful.
Did you see it, Judy, or no?
I did.
All right.
Did. Thank goodness.
That was
That
June
is
of 2023, Judy. June.
absolutely beautiful. And think how much more beautiful it's going to be when this mystery is all solved and the guys take it back to where it was.
Yep. They'll do a good job.
Yes, they will.
All right, let me see now. How many we got here? 22 entries. Now, you guys, at the end of the shows, you know my speech, right?
Yes.
And we always think about being positive, right?
Right.
So let's see if this works. There's no way I can fix this random generator that StreamYard gives me a giveaway tool. Everybody puts their name in once and it takes it. You can put your name in 100 times. It'll just take hashtag hat in your name once. There's 22 entries in there. So let's all mind zen. Think positive. We'll try to pull for Renee because it's her birthday tonight. All right.
Okay, John.
So if anybody has any kind of mind melt like Star Trek or whatever that ESP, whatever you want to call it, let's help out Renee just because it's her birthday tonight. And there's no way I can fix it or anything. So I want to see everybody put Renee's name in chat. And then we'll hope for Digger in the past 3 weeks. Spock it. That's it, Daniel. Spock. So everybody put Kreskin. Yeah, Kreskin. So at the end of the show, I said, you got to have that positivity. Get that negativity out of here. We want to give Renee a Quest hat. And because it's her birthday tonight, that's a special occasion. And I can't set this up. I can't do anything. I'm just going to hit the random generator. And if it comes up Renee, that's all our minds working to give it to Renee. All right. And if it comes up, holy lowly 40 lodi, but we'll see. So everybody think of Renee. That's all you think about is Renee right now. Everybody, Renee, as I get it up.
We got it.
All right. Let me see here. All right, you guys thinking? Renee, 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 Renee. I want to see it typed in chat. Renee, Renee, Judy, Renee, Renee,
Renee.
Renee,
Renee.
Renee. Here we go. You can't transfer it, hobby. Renee. Ready, Judy? Renee.
Renee.
Okay, Louie. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. John Foster. That's not Renee, but good luck, John Foster.
Congratulations, John.
No, Daniel said. John Foster. That doesn't seem familiar if I sent him a hat, but I sent out so many hats, I can't remember. I got to look back. Is he in here, guys?
It doesn't sound familiar. Yes, Judy, we tried, didn't we?
Don't forget, send your address, totally legible, to the Quest of Oak Island at AOL.com. We do not transfer hats to other individuals. You have to win them right out. Maybe he was there earlier, and he's got 7 days till the next podcast, Judy.
Right.
And
then if they don't get a hold of you, they're done, right?
No, John, this is for you. or don't let me know. But you got to have a picture. You know what I mean? You got to send us a picture.
Yes, please.
There
I
he is,
enjoy
John
the
Foster. John Foster, are you local or are you international? Let me know. You know, if I have to give everyone that's their birthday, we might as well not even have a drawing. You know what I mean?
Right, guys.
Gotta-
It costs a lot of money to do this.
You know, you figure $24 a hat times almost 35 hats. They don't include postage. They don't include the boxes. And if I had to give everyone a hat on their birthday, my whole team and you guys, that's why I use this random generator from StreamYard, so everybody has a fair chance.
And it works just great.
Okay, John.
And we're happy, John.
And if you're not in the Facebook group, Quest of Oak Island, you can PM me, but just send your email to Quest of Oak Island at AOL.com, and I'll get it out to you tomorrow morning. Thanks a lot. We tried, Renee. We tried. We gave it the shot.
Well, you know what, John? She got all our love for her birthday, and that's pretty neat.
Yep. And next week, I'll just give you one screenshot that I had to scratch my head. Oh, Judy, I had to scratch my head.
Okay.
They found a hair on a rock, as far as I know. And I don't know what this means. A hair, a deer hair, a human hair. Human hairs don't last a million years, maybe in the muck or if there's no bacteria. I don't know. So they were saying something about they're going to DNA this hair they found on a rock. Flip's wig.
Was it underneath the big rock that they lifted on Nolan's Cross?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ashley says it's Bigfoot's hair.
Oh, that should be interesting. Oh, Daniel says it's wig.
Renee says they can find the hair, but we can't find a chunk of gold. Oh, God.
Right.
This show is killing me, guys. This show is actually killing me. Unbelievable. So I'll show you all the promos next Tuesday, pre-show, 6:45. Judy will be with me next Wednesday for everything on this Cone E Island, episode 23. Then there'll be only 2 more episodes left. Could be Jax from season 1 now that he's bald, but is it a beard hair? Or is it a head hair? Or I don't want to say the other hair. So we'll soon find out. Does Emma got a DNA machine in there yet? I don't think so, right?
I don't think they do. No, they'll have to send that away.
We got a lot of beards on that island, you know what I mean?
Right. And if somebody was leaning down to look under that rock, it could be from anybody.
But for them to even, it must be TV worthy for them to put it in. I mean, they didn't have to put it in, you know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
And I was just cracking up. And there it is, 3 episodes left, guys. But they're looking at it, so they got it on the screen, they got it on the monitor. I don't know. All right, Judy, let me get this off of here. Put this on. Yeah, Daniel, same thing. You can find a hair, but no gold and silver or dump trucks of silver. No way. Fred Nolan's hair.
No way is right.
Unbelievable. Unreal. All right, Judy, you want to say your goodbyes and stuff like that? I'll say my goodbyes. And we'll get out of here tonight.
All righty. Hey, everybody. What a fun night we've had. I thank you all for taking part and making my night special. And I think John's too. I want you to have a good week. Enjoy the show next Tuesday night. And we'll discuss the hair next Wednesday night. And in the meantime, everybody, I love you much. and stay safe, please. Good night, John.
Okay, very good, Judy. Her synopsis, the Queen synopsis, will be posted on the Quest of Oak Island Facebook page very shortly. And her voice, when I do it maybe tomorrow, will be on the Patreon. They hear her voice to do the synopsis. And Renee and Digger, you got next Wednesday. So it'll happen. It'll happen. But remember, guys, even though we tried it tonight, always go forward. That's what I tell you. You may get a setback in your life, but just believe in yourself. Believe in your dreams, no matter how old you are. For tomorrow's never given. With this nutty, crazy world we live in, I just don't know anymore. So as my friend Jan says, you keep smiling. You never know what that other person's going through. Keep that smile going. As Judy says, stay safe always. You stay strong. You stay positive. You keep that negativity out physically and mentally. If you can't, there's a lot of help out there for you to achieve goals. Thank you for joining me and Judy tonight. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Subscribe, like, support if you can. I'll see you pre-show Tuesday to talk about the hair. Seems kind of weird. I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. Take care and bye-bye.